Hello, friends. Welcome. My name is Joanne, and I'm here to offer you a little bit of relief for your lower back. You won't need any props for this little stretch sequence, just a yoga mat. So let's get started. Begin in reclined pyramid, lying on your back. Separate your feet a little wider than your hips and let your knees drop together. You can rest your hands on your body or have your arms out to the sides and take a few deep breaths. Allow your body and your mind to arrive in this moment. This short sequence will focus on releasing tension from areas of the body that can contribute to lower back pain, as well as mobilizing your spine, specifically your lumbar spine. And that's how we'll begin right now. Bring your arms by your sides with your palms on the floor. And start to rock your pelvis. Tilt your pelvis forward and down so that your lower back arches up off of the floor. You can do this with your inhale. Then as you exhale, tuck your tailbone so you round your lower back into the floor. And move with your breath. Inhale, tilt forward. Exhale, round. One more time. Now let your pelvis come to rest in a neutral position. Open your arms into a cactus shape with your elbows bent at about 90 degrees. Separate your knees. And with your next exhale, drop your knees over to your left in a windshield wiper motion. As you inhale, bring your knees through your center and exhale to the other side. Keep this motion going. Follow the pace of your breath. One more time to each side. Bring your knees to your center. Keep your left leg just how it is and bring your right knee towards your nose. Take a moment and make any movements here that feel good, like rolling out your ankle Maybe making some small circles in your hip joint. Then open your right leg into wind relieving pose. Try to relax all the muscles around your right hip and your right glutes. Just use the strength of your arm and the grip of your hand to squeeze your leg in towards your body. Check back in with your breath. Keep your breath flowing as easily and naturally as possible. Now take your right leg into half happy baby. Take your right foot towards the ceiling. Now you can grip onto the sole of your foot. Depending on your range of motion, you might also grab your ankle. You can even hook your arm around the back of your thigh. And again, try to just use the strength of your arm to gently draw your knee toward the floor so that you can release your hip and your glutes. One more breath here. Release your half happy baby and bring your knee towards the center of your body. Reclined pigeon pose. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Gently press your right knee forward and open. And if this is enough for you, you're welcome to stay here. You can also float your left foot off the floor and interlace your fingers behind your thigh or even over your left shin. Try to keep reaching your tailbone forward and down. So you want your tailbone to stay connected to your mat rather than rounding your lower back and letting your hips lift. One more deep breath here. Gently release. Set your left foot on your mat. Uncross your leg and place your right foot down as well. Onto the left side. Bring your left knee towards your nose. You might roll out your ankle or make a couple circles in your hip joint. Then open your left leg into wind relieving pose. As you hold here, it's fine to let your opposite leg, in this case your right leg, if it falls open to the side, that's totally fine. Keep your breath flowing. And make your way into Ananda Balasana, happy baby, or Ardha Ananda Balasana, half happy baby. Choose whichever grip is appropriate for you. Your foot, your ankle or behind your thigh. Notice also if any tension has crept in anywhere else in your body, maybe in your jaw or your neck. Notice any place in your body that you can soften and release tension from. One more breath here. Release your foot or ankle. Cross your left leg over. Press your left knee open and forward. And maybe float your right foot up. Remember to keep your tailbone connected to the floor. One more breath. Gently release. And place your left foot on the floor. Bring both knees into your chest now. Rock gently from side to side a couple times. Then take your rocks and rolls forward and back, up and down the length of your spine. Then come all the way up and over to your hands and knees. Now we'll do a slight variation of cat and cow here. Lower down to your forearms. You can drop your head. Now move through cat and cow, just focusing on your lumbar spine, on your low back. Tilt your tailbone up toward the sky with your inhale. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone, rounding your lower back. And move with your breath. One more round. Separate your knees a little wider than your hips and press back to Balasana, child's pose. Big toes together. Bring your forehead down. Keep your hands separated enough that your shoulders can relax. I like to align my pinkies with the outer edges of my yoga mat. As you inhale, imagine drawing your breath all the way down the length of your spine, down into your tailbone. And as you exhale, release tension from your hips and your low back. Take one more intentional breath, just like that. Press forward to tabletop. Move through a few rounds of full cat and cow. Drop your belly as you inhale. Round your spine as you exhale. Pause in tabletop. Walk your hands over to your left and press back to child's pose. Parsva Balasana, child's pose with a little side bend. You can keep your forehead on the floor, or you might turn your head and place your ear to the floor. Walk your hands center, child's pose. Tabletop, come forward. Cat and cow. Pause in your center, tabletop. Walk your hands over to your right and press back. Parsva Balasana. Place either your forehead or your left ear to your mat. Walk your hands center, regular child's pose. Walk your hands in toward you to sit yourself up. Swing your legs around or through to an easy seated position. Feel your sitting bones grounded into the floor and sit as tall as you can. Reach your arms up as you breathe in. As you breathe out, turn to your right in a seated spinal twist. Press into your fingertips behind you to help yourself sit up taller. Maybe you can turn your head to look over your shoulder. One more breath. Release gently, face forward. Inhale to reach your arms up and exhale to twist to your left. Bring your hands down. Press into your left fingertips behind you to help keep length in your spine as you twist. Gently release. Bring your hands in front of you and walk them forward into a seated forward fold. Let your head drop. Relax the back of your neck. Walk your hands in to sit up tall. Let your hands rest gently on the tops of your legs and close your eyes or lower your gaze to the spot on the floor in front of you. Become aware of any changes that you notice since you first came onto your mat. Blink your eyes open and lift your gaze. I hope this short sequence has brought you some relief, and I thank you so much for joining me. See you next time.